Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! First bit of house cleaning. There are no rewards for watching this stream, just epic gameplay. You are free to speak your own language as long as you are polite and civil in the chat, but if you have any questions then you need to ask them in English. And of course, last but not least, if you have there's a 3-minute delay on the stream, that is to avoid any stream sniping happening and to keep things fair. I've accepted the room invite, so now I can show you this. This is the top 16 for the EU server. We have group 1 with Appa, Isra, Pog, Zenith, Hapki, Pink, RJ and Unlucky. And then we have group 2 with Aqua, Bat, SPNX, Serenity, Ikra, Quick, Raid and TQT. So should definitely be interesting matchings. We are following Pink tonight, which is Pink versus Zenith and Pink versus Hapki. There is some dead time in between the matches, of course, which I kind of reckon will be like half an hour at least. But I've got some replays for that time to just fill the time with, and we should just have fun with it, really. So it's been quite a different season, quite a different setup than usual, and I kind of like the way that the qualifiers worked, where basically you have like qualifiers and then people can actually like win their place in the top in one set of qualifiers rather than needing to play for cups. I do think that keeps it more fair-ish, even though it's a bit more luck dependent. Not sure how I feel yet about 2 groups of 8 for the round robins. Because there's a lot less coverage, but you can't follow all the matches, which I regret, because I always, like, round robins are the most fun in my opinion. From all the stages, I mean, like, final stages are always epic, but for some reason the round robins is just always very interesting to watch for me. So, yeah, need to see what happens there, but also need to see how these final stages work. This season is a bit of an experimentation, as Torian has explained. But yeah, we are starting it off with Pink versus Zenith. And like I said, should definitely be fun. We are going off to New Bay as our first map. It is a best of 7, meaning the first team that reaches 4 victories gets the point here. And that means that we have at least 4 games to go, possibly a lot more. That's also why I expect like half an hour of dead time, because matches never last a full 7 minutes, but Wargaming always has to take that into account, as if there's a full 7 minutes plus 2 minutes waiting time in between and everything. So, we have Zenith ready with 2 60TPs, 2 E5s, 2 Kranwagens and a Steve. Potentially, unless Flowers actually changes that. And on the other side, we see Pink getting ready with 2 VK72s, potentially 3 60TPs, nice 4. And maybe a desktop, that would be the choice. Don't see that very often. No, it's an Object 263, which to be fair, I do think is a safer choice, because it's just that little bit more, well not a little bit, it's a lot more troll. It's called the YOLO wagon for a reason. TDs in tour matches are always a bit of a risk though, so will be interesting to see what they do with that. And good evening everyone in the chat. Thank you Agassi for translating, because I know you're there and you know and you know what's being said. That's always a bit of a relief, especially when I'm streaming a team that I know writes in Cyrillic, which is just I can't read it, sorry. But yeah, with 46 seconds left to go, everyone is now ready to enter the battle. The Kranwagen stay the Kranwagen, and the Object 263 has been changed to an E3, or maybe not. If I remember right, that is Ufpenjash. He's now a Minotauro. Way to Success is, I believe, Ufpenjash. So that would be very interesting to see as well. He's very epic. Great at calling as well. He seems a bit undecided on what to take, and he's now going for a Concept 1B. We have seen TDs work in tours before, but it's always it's a tricky thing, let's say. And here we go into the first game of the evening. Hopefully one of many. And let's have a look. Some interesting names here and there. Very heavy lineup overall. And we see both Zenith and Pink splitting their forces, though Zenith is sticking a lot more together towards the base A side. We have Way to Success crossing over quickly, managing to remain on hit. Santiago does take a hit though. C has been kept. And now we have the 260Ps in the middle. Unspotted. Right now no one is spotted. Base B is being kept. Scorpion Drago has been spotted now. Way to Success lands a nice shot there into the game restrict, but Scorpion Drago has lost a lot of HP just crossing over there. They seem to be holding here, whereas Pink 3-2, no, Pozdravleni, probably pronounced that all wrong. Gutsto is stealing base C, and we have Pink pushing up top. A little bit though. But it seems that Pink is totally dominating the map here. When you look at where Zenith is currently, where they're now capping base A to keep that advantage. And they will probably be able to get that and to keep that. But their advantage has slunk a lot, and at the same time we have Zenith now pushing on the base C side, going after Gutsto and pretty much getting away with it too. Look at that. Ganfubanda actually blocking him like that is actually going to cost him his life unless he gets very lucky. Yidibix takes a hit and another hit. Pink is arriving at the scene. But now the two on the bridge are also being pushed. Gutsto manages to escape with his life. Yidibix. Brain is actually the first one gone, followed by Yidibix. Santiago, not too healthy. And they do want to get those shots in, but at the same time, Santiago not being too healthy is not going to be good for him either. He needs to survive. That shot not going in is important as well. Spanish Sahara has been taken out, but there goes Rico. And we have Santiago reloading in peace while stealing the base. But he has to be very careful. Way to Success takes a hit there. Gunphone Banda has been taken out. It is 5v4, but HP wise, Zenith actually has an advantage here. We have Flowers for Your Grave. Going to peek in the middle. Going to be able to clip that VK72, which is very important here. And that shot did not pen. And now we have Sirius on the other side. This crossfire. It's Flowers that takes him out, but the crossfire is what it's all about. They can't angle in that many directions. Way to Success being hurt here as well. The game is rigged, manages to survive just by a hair. But Flowers for Your Grave. That is a needed ram. Way to Success, not looking too healthy. Should go down on the next reload unless he's very, very lucky. But he is not. C has been taken back. And now we have Flowers for Your Grave almost gone. Scorpion Drago is waiting for him. Hari is up there as well, wanting to take that shot. And it's all about survival in this case. Gutsto has been taken out. Santiago is reloading. Sirius might just take him out as well. And there goes Scorpion Drago. And now we have Santiago face hugging with Sirius. And he needs to get that shot. That needs to be a kill. But it's not a kill. And there he goes. In serious. Takes that last kill. And the game is for Zenith. Well done. It was a close game, not gonna lie, but the crossfire that Zenith actually created here worked beautifully. So many low HP targets at the end, but it all worked out. Look at the difference of damage between the teams. There's only like 500 between them. And that's gotta feel good, like taking your first game home against Pink, no less. So now we have Zenith getting ready for the second game on Nube with 160 TP, 2 Kraanwagens, a VK72, an two E5s, and a Steve versus 460 Ps and 2 IS4s and a 215B. Oh, that's actually so nice. Again, apparently, pozdravleni means congratulations. I like that. That's like a positive name. Well done. That's oh, I like that. There's so much negativity in this game. There's so much toxicity, even with the chat removed, which is now in the DMs more. But all in all, when you get like little things like this, that's nice. And I mean, of course, it's been there before, but I didn't know what it said. But here we go into the second game of this best of 7. And let's have a look. Let's see if Zenith can do this again. I don't think there's any rewards for tonight though. So now we have Pink heading towards the C section, but sending some tanks to the ramp and some tanks to the middle. Guts though will be taking the base together with Brain to get that point advantage. Spanish Sahara loses HP quickly. I got stuck against the building there, that's stupid. But crossing over there in the open in a tank that is relatively juicy, that hurt. Pozdravleni did lose some HP as well on the ramp. And now we have Scorpion Drago and Santiago going up the ramp. Rico staying where he's at, landing a nice shot there into Gunfu Banda. Santiago getting hit. We have Yidibix being set up on a little bit as well. Gutsto pretty much in a tricky position there. Does land another shot though. And we have Sahara on 106 HP now. And Brain takes them out. And of course now Zenith is forced to react. So we have Pozdravleni, the first one gone. Way to success. The next preferred target. He might still get it. Well, he should still get a shot in. And he does do that, leaving Hari on very little HP. And Santiago takes him out. After which the game is rigged, gets taken out. We have Sirius on top. Way to success is gone. Santiago going to focus him. Whereas Scorpion Drago is going after flowers for your grave. The thing is though, with the Kraanwagens, if they can clip, it's fantastic. But at the same time, their DPM isn't that high. Rico going for a different position. Scorpion Drago almost reloaded. Brain has been taken out. Gunfu Banda and Flowers for your grave are both gone as well. You have Sirius with the grand total of 14 HP gets taken out. And now the only ones left are Well, the only one left is Yidibix here. And he gets taken out as well. And the game is for pink. In a pretty brutal and quick defeat here. Very well played. It's just basically very aggressive. Who reacted that? Oh, that's just mean. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go on to the second map, which is Oasis Palms, the third match for this best of 7. I do hope we will get a lot of games, so as not to have a lot of dead time in between the round robin matches. And Zenith is now ready with 4 E5s, an IS4, a Steve and a Vickers. Whereas Pink is taking at least one Sheridan. We see a 215B, a Steve, an IS4 and a Super Conqueror. But they are still changing some tanks around a little bit there. They still have 50 seconds to get ready, which is of course plenty of time. But the last game was like super aggressive. It did work out beautifully for Pink there though. Just more fronts going on, which made it harder to follow for me, but can't blame them for that. So we have Pink now with 2 IS4s, 2 Steves. Or maybe not. Yes, it is a Steve. A Super Conqueror and 2 Sheridans. If those Sheridans manage to land their hits together though, oof. That's gonna be amazing. From what I understand, there will be rewards for the final stages through the portal, but not yet for these. Nice pink camo for a pink player. The Sheridan's actually not going into the desert. The heavies seem to be going there though. Postravleni going into the corner. This is going to be very interesting. We have Zenith focusing on the middle as well. With Spanish Sahara in the desert to spot. Together with Hari. And this might become a very brutal game. Yidibix being quite forwards there. He does get spotted. Does not take a hit for it though. And goes straight into the base. On the other side we have Hari, who has now been spotted. And Pink seems clustered in their spawn. I'm not sure what their game here is. Gatsto is moving in. Pink seems to be responding. This should be interesting. Yidibix does take a hit. But now we have Rico in the middle. Hari can't really get out from there. This is, for all intents and purposes, looks to be a trap. Look at Santiago going around. This could be very interesting. Ganfu Banda has been spotted. Does get shot at. Did not get hit. Knows he's been shot at though by his reaction. And Hari is staying... Oof! Big hits into way to success there. Hari. She's trying to angle his tank so he's not going to get wrecked. Ganfu Banda. Oh, he gets... He's set on fire as he crosses over. And loses more HP. Gets tracked and then goes down. Brutal. And now Hari is without cover. And he is being... pushed and is gonna get wrecked. Look at that, just instant deletion. In the meantime though, Yidibix has also grabbed base B, but they are down 2 guns. Way to Success is still alive, And now they have to be careful. Way to Success does get taken out. Yidibix is pushing. They're going after Gutsto. Flowers for Your Grave is down. And this... I'm not sure if it's miscommunication, but at least they're not immediately focusing on the same target. The game is rigged, is gone. That's a very big gun advantage for Pink here. And I think it's safe to say that this game will be for Pink just based on pure guns alone. They just... Too much firepower. Scorpion Drago does go down. Sirius being bullied here. Pozdravleni does take some hits. But there goes Sirius. Yidibix is almost gone. Spanish Sahara is gone. Yidibix does fire another shot. But then gets taken out by Gutsto there. And the game is for Pink. This was interesting though. Because Pink seemed very undecisive in the beginning. But they were purely just waiting to see where Zenith's weakness was here. Fantastic to watch. But also I think that if poor Gunfu Banda hadn't been spotted going up behind through their spawn again, I wouldn't have been absolutely wrecked. It might have gone entirely differently. But by that happening, Hari was also left alone. Very well played though. So with a score of 2-1, no one's up for match point just yet, and we are getting ready for the second game on Oasis Palms, with Zenith taking a nice 4 E5s, Steve, and a WZ1321, which is the Chinese light. I haven't seen that being used yet, so that's going to be interesting as well. It's got, of course, that special spotting mechanic where it goes unspotted in 10 seconds rather than the normal version. And on Pink's side, we see 2 60Bs, 2 215Bs, 1 Sheridan this time, and 2 IS4s. I like how pretty much diverse the meta is right now, though. I mean, it's still mainly heavy dominated, but I mean, like, I like that there's more tanks being used than basically just Type 71. Gunfu Banda has gone offline, but there he is again, thank God. Last thing you want is to end up in a 7 versus 6 in a situation like that. Well, 7 versus 6, yeah, but if it's 6 versus 7, that's not what you want. And here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, I really wish I was pro enough to have the Octopus X camo. That would be fantastic. So now we have Scorpion Drago going into the ditch, the rest off. And actually we have 2 heavies going towards the corner. We have the Game is Rigged going into the middle. Spanish Sahara is using his light skills to spot Scorpion Drago. And they don't know who spotted them though. He's now hightailing it out of there. Base C is being kept. Scorpion Drago does not get reset there. The Game is Rigged does not get a shot in. It's not going to be in time now. And he doesn't get it then either. Yidibix is capping base A. But now we have Pink's forces focusing on the desert here. With Way to Success in the middle. And he does keep trying to take shots, but look at the way that Pink is stacking their tanks here. With Way to Success going to spot anyone in the town nearby. He doesn't do that, he's staying in the bush just to spot. And we have Brain and Gutsto and Scorpion Drago all there. Ready to just move in. Because look at that. How they could just rush him. And they're being very patient. This is honestly one of the biggest reasons why I would not be able to compete on this level. I do not have the patience to just sit and wait. And pink has a point advantage of about 20 points. As long as they keep their tanks alive or kill Zenith as quickly as they get killed, then they should have this. Right now, Brain is heading back now again. Away to success. Is steadily peeking out. Everyone is waiting patiently. No one's going for base B. They are guessing where people are. Or he's just clicking the map for fun. Always an option as well. Only oh no, Sirius has now been spotted as well. It's not only Yidibix anymore. And that's the first block being drawn actually. So now they will know where Way to Success is. Even if they don't know exactly where he's at. They know he's in the desert near the buildings. And that's also, you can bet your bum that that is why he's driven through so much cover here. Because if he drives through that, that will give away his position. So now we have Sirius and Flowers for your grave moving. Scorpion Drago finally takes a hit here. Sirius is still spotted. The thing is though, this is where most of Pink's forces are. And they are waiting patiently. We're nearing, well, we are at the 700 border now. No one's going for base B. No one's actively making a move against the other. Way to Success has been spotted, so is Yidibix. Yidibix drives down. And wave Rico. Yidibix is holding. Waiting to be unspotted before he moves now, but now we have Pink responding. Yidibix getting spotted again. Has to be careful. Is waiting there. Takes a hit. We're at 815 points now. And now we have Pink going for base A. With Santiago going... Ooh, not actually going for him. C is being stolen as well. Base A has not been reset. That shot misses. Scorpion Drago is being set up on near base C. Base B is being kept. Hari gets reset there. Spanish Sahara has been absolutely deleted now. 930 points. They need to stand in that base. They need to make sure that no points are being had here. Sirius is almost gone. It's not going to be long for this world. They need to take out Rico. Base B is being kept again. And now they need to take out Postravleni. It's all about the kills and the points here. They're taking base A. He is going to be reset. Gunfu Banda and the Game is Rigged are both gone, and that means that Pink has the game. Zenith waiting just a little bit too long. Actually, yeah, no. It was Pink that made this move. They had the advantage and they still made the move. Wow. Well done. And these kind of games, they build so slowly and then they become so intense. And this was just Pink. This is Pink's game. They had all the control here. They had the point advantage. They still pushed for it. Fantastically done. And that basically those shots not being able to reset the bases from Zenith. Could have been derp, could have been stressed, could have just been an RNG. But that cost them this game. Oh god. We are going to Middelburg, and unless this is a troll lineup that there will still change, it looks like Pink is going to take 5 VK72s, a 205B and an LT. They are up for match point now. If they win any game from here on out, then they get the point. So yeah, this might not be an entirely serious lineup, but it might actually still work because the VK72 does big booms and is so troll. And on the other side, Zenith is taking 3 IS4s, a 215B, a 60 DP, and potentially 2 Steves. And there we go, it's 3 IS4, 4 IS4s even. A 215B, a Steve, and a 60 DP. And let's see, here we go. Middelburg also has, of course, recently been revamped. Looks very pretty now. But it does look very, very bright. Not gonna lie, I like the details in the maps that have been upgraded. But at the same time, I dislike how bright it is. I would like night scheme somewhere. Faust, give me Faust with these kind of details. That would be fantastic. So you have way to success. Going for a spot to see who's coming up, but he's not going to spot anyone because they're all safely behind the hills. He drives down some trees and then decides to just go down. Base B is being taken. He's making his way back into the hills potentially. C is now being taken. They know that there's going to be people there. Ganfu Banda has been spotted. So they know it's not entirely unprotected. And now we have Gatsto and Postravleni moving in. Rico getting hit a little bit, but also doing some damage here. Base A has been taken. They're unable to reset it. And now Yidibix going to the middle. Which is a very tricky place to be in though. It's hard to find cover again once you're there. Way to success. Heading to a bush, driving around a little bit there to spot people. Hari got spotted. Gets hit, but so does Santiago. And Pink is content to hold. They don't need to do anything here. Rico loses a little bit of HP there. Hari holding there. Yidibix taking a big hit from Postravleni here. And now they have 2 bases quite securely. Because whoever pushes either of them is going to lose quite a bit of HP. And now we have Zenith arriving, going after Gatsto and Postravleni. Oh, Ganfu Panda losing a lot of HP here. And we have Postravleni turning around to also take hits into Ganfu Panda, and he's almost gone. He manages to escape that one, but for how long? Base A is being kept now. The game is rigged, has been taken out. Way to Success has lost a lot of health as well. Ganfu Panda is about to be taken out by Rico. Unless he gets very lucky, but he does not. Postravleni's Omicron Sirius has been taken out. Flowers for your grave. Losing a lot of HP very quickly. He bounces that shot. And now we have 940 points. Well, there you go. With Yidibix and Hari gone. There's only 2 players left for Zenith, but Pink has the game and has to match up. I mean, if you have a crap ton of armor and you're holding the city like that, that's going to be hard for anyone to beat, to push. And that's exactly what happened here. They went for the bases with their heavy armor and then they just held. Well done. See, this is the thing, like, I can call it out as this possibly being a troll lineup, because pretty much few people in the right mind would take that many super heavies, especially if it's the same super heavy, but it works! And that's the thing. It's fantastic. I love it. So that's the first matchup up and over. And it is for pink. Pink gets the first point here. So let's have a look how it's going in the other groups, because we have some time. Hapki won their match. Who were they up against? Against Bug. Yeah, they're the next matchup that we are gonna see. Then we have Appa. That is still going on as well. So we've got some time. We have Serenity and Ikra that won their matchups. And TQT as well. And Aqua won as well. So that's in group 2. Serenity, Ikra, TQT and Aqua all have 1 point. And here we're still waiting for some results. So let's have a look. I've got some replays loaded for you to entertain you. And the first that we're going to start with is from a moderator action, a Professor A. Let's have a look. Let's see. This is one of those tanks I really do not get along with. I know that it's a great tank. It and I do not get along. I barely ever drive it because it doesn't interest me enough. It's kind of probably because I also don't like derp guns. And this is technically, it's not a derp gun, but it is a hash gun. It's supposed to work differently. And I do not really have the patience to make that work because it just feels so unreliable. Got some more bee holding there. It's not really getting any target one way or the other. That's also the thing. I do not have the patience for this. This is exactly what I would do too, and I might be very much punished for that. For being way too aggressive. That'll do. Nice little cheeky shot. Oh, look at the amount of things that thing can hash though. Got someone B not hitting that. And Professor's being very careful here. I can't believe that penned, like honestly. That's just mean. Oh, if that pens, it does not. It hits the ground. But if that penned, that would have been fantastic. Nice. Some barely aimed shots going in very well here. See, that's the thing. Like, I would have to get used to using HE, well, hash, but HE, so to speak, a lot. And that's not really my kind of cup of tea. They're losing a lot of players very quickly here, though. Nice little bounce. That's a very important kill as well. See, in this case, I would just switch to... Yeah, there you go. To AP, because more reliable that way. And now he's just fired. In this case, I would just, like, not pull back. I would just push. I have no patience. But he's like having a lovely little farming game here. And he's just taking the shot there. Well done. There we go. Beautiful. Well done. Lovely little ace. Always have to be a bit patient with my laptop here when it loads results. Nice carry there. Let's see, what else have I got for you? I don't think I've shown this one yet. Let's have a look. Professor's just seeing his replay come up on stream now. See, this was actually, I remember this game. This was a great game. I was watching this live. And it's not an ace, but I love the teamwork that is happening here. This was, of course, when the chat was still active. And Luke is using it to boast. So it started off a little bit like patient, not much happening. Almost everyone seems to be on the other side of the map, which makes it hard to shoot them, especially when they're not pulled back far enough to actually do damage. And then it's always tricky to go into town. Luke got deleted, is not happy with that. There we go. Of course, it turns invisible. Nice blind kill there, though. See, this is the thing. Like, when Yusuf is playing and he's streaming on Discord and I'm watching, he doesn't talk. So basically I just, I ask him yes or no questions and then he replies. And so when he does the stream like up and down like that, that is it when I ask him a yes or no question and the answer is yes. Of course, I don't remember what exactly I asked. Shots like that can be so fun when they pen, though. It's actually making it easy now. But when you can use the ramp like that to angle your tank, and that shot actually just derp because there's always a sliver of arm that you cannot pen. Nice bounce there. See, now Luke is no longer polite, he's just spamming. See, this is the thing, like, look where Howard Jr. is right now. Luke is not being helpful. I actually had such a laugh when that happened. Luke, who died very quickly, is being very, very rude. And now in the meantime, we have Howard Jr. in the middle, taking out. This is like the teamwork. They're dividing now, and they're also making sure that they can both remain alive, hopefully. Whereas Lucas is being rude. And Yusuf still has plenty of HP. See, now he also took out him. And now Howard Jr. is also coming into the desert. And this is mostly like just the amount of toxicity. It's stuff like this that got the chat in the EU removed. There was absolutely no need for it. And I like the teamwork between these two. And yes, there will be matches today, tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. See, it was a nice carry together though. I liked it. Thought it was a fun game to show. Let's see, do we have a result yet? Yes, we should do. There we go. Istra also won their match versus Unlucky. And that means that the only one we're waiting for is Appa, but it should be over already. It just hasn't loaded the results yet. 4-3. Oof, that was close. So Appa, Pink, Hapki, and Istra all have a point now. Of course, it is a round robin, so there will be a lot more matches than this. But still. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Still have like 22 minutes. I've got a bunch of FV replays. Let's show you one of those as well. And then I'll show you one of my own. To show that I'm not complete noob myself. Not all the time, at least. See, I don't know what the name is based on. But whenever I see the name Kevin, I always think of the bird from Up. Kevin is amazing. And the movie Up is very nice, very fun. I love it. I have no qualms admitting the fact that I love Disney movies. And I have a Disney Plus subscription. I have no children, I use that all by myself. It's partly because of Marvel, partly because of Criminal Minds, and a large part because of all the Disney movies. Let's see. There's a wild Batcha. That, oof, nice hit. Not sure what he is doing. Nice shot again. It's a very, I don't know, special Batcha. Nice little hit there. Nice bounce. See, a lot of armor lies in your mobility, not so much in the actual armor, but also in how you use the armor that you have. I don't know how he managed to bounce that one though. But he knows he's going to get flanked if he doesn't get out of there. The 268 is waiting for him. There we go. It's not a bad game. It's not too epic yet either. But now it's just basically he's the only one here. Hash will make this thing a beauty. when it comes to damage. He's got some nice cannon fodder with him. Oh, I can actually pen that? Wow. He's just going after the AMX for more damage. Nice. 2 HP kill steal, but well played though. Nice little game. Quick game too. Let's see. He's actually sent me a lot of replays. But I'm going to show you one of my own first now. Thing is, I miss the chat in a way of I like saying hello to people and just greeting, and I like giving some instructions after I'm dead. Like, just say live, we have the points, or get the bases, stuff like that. Oh, this was such a funny game. But at the same time, with all the toxicity and all the cussing that happens a lot more often than people being nice to each other, I do have to admit I find it quite peaceful. See, the thing is, I don't mind playing some TDs, I like the Minotaur, but I have to admit, I have no patience, I don't like sitting at the back, so when I play a TD, it usually ends up with me being very, very forward, so my actually going with the meds rather than going for any kind of camping position is a bit testament to that, and you will see how that works in this game. Also, I had a mission while playing this where I had to kill TDs, so I'm going to do something really stupid that I shouldn't and wouldn't normally do, only in this case I need it because I need the kills. So far I've not really been spotted yet, so now I'm kind of just waiting, hoping that they will show themselves again, but I know that there's 2 juicy TDs there that I want, and like, Yusuf is going out of there, so I decided, yeah, let's just take the base and let's just shoot the Foch and let's just shoot him again. And my team is not actually really shooting him, and that's an issue as well, because I want the kill, you know. So yeah, now that I've got the base and I've nearly got my shot back, my 3rd one, I decided to just go for it. And now I was just hoping to kill him with 2 shots. And then that happened. And then he actually bounced and I was like, F it. And I fired my last shell, which is something that I really advise against anyone doing in a Minotaur. In this case, I chose the mission over potentially winning the game and doing more damage. I know the other TD is still there though, and I do want that kill as well, so I just decided to just go YOLO, but then he's driving away already and I decided to just give chase instead. So we have the mouse there. I'm just casually waiting to shoot him. And he does not pen. Now I just need to wait to shoot again, to be honest. This is the thing, that I'm not really a patient player. So I love auto reloaders, but the reserve shell kinda does me in at times. Especially when I just want to farm damage and farm TDs. And I kinda want to shoot him. But my gun wasn't there yet, so that's the game derp on me. But of course, I can miss the mouse when I'm just aimed straight at him. And he actually pens me, which I have to give him some credit for. Yusuf takes the kill out of my hand, which is not a bad thing. There's 2 TDs left. Now only 1 TD left. But I'm having a pretty nice farming game so far. Thing is, I have no fear. This tank has so much armor. And there we go. So now I just need the badger. I just want the badger. Yusuf is also having a really nice game here. And it's just nice teamwork. I love playing together with Yusuf in a tune. And then they killed. I mean, I could have waited to take the shot, but nah. No more TD kill for me here. Nice little farming game though. And just being very, very forwards and pretty YOLO. There we go. It's always loading a bit late there. Let's have a look. How long do we have left? 11 minutes. I can manage another game. Let's show another one from Kevin. Kevin! And hope it's not too long. Let's see. Otherwise, I can always cut it short, mind you. Exactly, like with the Minotaur, the reserve shell should only be used in a life or death situation. Basically, you need to take the kill. It is the last kill to take. Or, basically, if you're not going to survive, then you might as well get the damage in. Usually, you should not shoot it. That's why Megan made a point of pointing out that that's not how to use it, but that I was basically farming TD kills for my mission. But overall, with the reserve shells, the best way to use them is to not use them. Because your reload becomes epically long, and a lot of people don't really pay attention to that, and that's something that kind of triggers me, to be honest. The amount of times I've seen people that are just shooting their reserve shell as if it's a normal shell, and then have a Death Star long reload for absolutely no reason. He's not peeking out far enough, that emu. There he is. Yeah, poof! Poop barn is being farmed here. But he's got some nice teams. A little bit of cannon fodder, which is always helpful. Oh, brutal. There we go. Oh, that is a lovely little niche to shoot through. I love little pieces of positions like that can just work so nicely. And that shell going in as well. And he's just farming through that little gap between the extra armor that he's got there. Now he's just going in. He needs to be a little bit careful not to get TD on his back. Fosh yellowing in as well. Now we have a Patton over there. That one bounced. But we have a Sheridan, making it easy to shoot him in the face. There goes the Sheridan. Now it's 3v2. At least they only took one hit there. And this should be a nice and quick game, to be honest. At least make he is being hit here. That is a lovely little tracking shot. Nice. Sheridan's running off. No, he's actually not, he's not running. He's giving up. Well played there, though. Very aggressive game. But it works out nicely. There we go. It eventually loads. We just need to be patient there. Let's see, how long do we have left? 3 minutes. Yeah, not showing another replay for that. So now we just wait. No, let's go actually look at some scores and where people ended. Because we know that Aqua won 4-1 from Raid. Then we have Serenity that won 4-0 from Bat. Ikra won 4-0 from SPNX. And TQT won 4-0 from Quick. Those are some brutal scores, to be honest. So we know Pink, that was 4-1. Appa was 4-3, that's right. Isfra 4-2. And Hapki 4-0 as well. A lot of 4-0s. I'm actually surprised that. To be fair, that doesn't mean that the games weren't close. Because there have been so many games that I've seen throughout my tour time, well, as in through streaming time, that were so close. But in the end, one team just manages to win more because they get the kills in. So that's all important there with the points and everything. But that doesn't mean that the games weren't close. So now we're just waiting for the room invite, which will come in about a minute. And then we need to wait in the garage a bit more before we can go actually into the room. Oh, fun fact with the... This is the one I wanted to see. With the Fury, I remember when it first came out, I didn't really have a clue about premise yet and everything. I was a noob at the game, so I didn't buy it. And then at some point I became a community contributor and I got a press account and I played it there and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I missed out on that. And I was so unhappy to not have this tank on my main account. But then just before Christmas it came into the store again and I was just so happy. It was a bit more expensive than it is now, but it's still a lovely tier 6 tank. And the thing is, I see no reason to only play one tier, whether it's low or high. I play whatever tier I'm in the mood for, and there's a room. There we go. But I see no reason to play specifically one tier or to die hard the game. I play whatever I fancy. Kind of like if I want to play Derp or if I want to play an OP tank like the Annihilator or the Smasher, I will play them. Just because I'm in the mood for them. So I will always just play what I want. And in that way, I have favorite tanks in all the tiers. And in tier 6, that would be the Fury. I think I got like 1k battles in that. On my main account. Spaghetti has very high battle count as well though. Both the Spaghetti 65 and the Spaghetti 46. I absolutely love both of them. They're my kind of tanks. So now we just wait 1 more minute before we can go into the room and then have a look at what's going to happen between Pink and Hapki. I've seen Hapki in the qualifiers before as well, and they were really nice, really strong. They didn't win that night, but they were fantastic to watch, and I'm glad they qualified. Also, for the people chatting in Cyrillic, absolutely no problem. Just know that I won't be able to understand the word. I luckily have a Professor A to translate stuff because he can actually read it. So let's see. Almost ready to go into... There's also... Yes. Okay. I wish that you could do that with the other one as well. But no. Anyway, into the room we go for Pink versus Hapki. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go before we go into the first game, which takes us to main rooms this night. No, we just still need to wait. Pink isn't... Well, they have enough players to make a full team. Pretty sure Scorpion Drago will not be taking the boot bomb. That is pretty much the only British tank that I really, really love. That and the Defender MK1. I love the boot bomb. It's fantastic. But for the rest, I don't know. British tanks and I just don't really get along. And they're not bad tanks. It's basically just... They're just not my playstyle. So I'd go for other tanks instead. Jiso I also like. Ooh. A Professor A actually speaks 4 languages. Wow. I speak a bit, but I don't speak fluently 4. I speak English and Dutch, of course. Dutch being my mother language. And I speak some German and I speak some French. A little bit of Swedish. But that's about it. And the only reason I speak a little Swedish is because 2 of my sisters live there. So over the years I've just picked up some of it. I would love to learn more languages, to be honest. So yeah, less than a minute left to go. And now we have Hapki ready with a Vigus, 2 E5s, 2 Steves, an IS-7 and IS-4 versus Pink potentially again taking 5 VK-72s and 2 IS-4s. And to be fair, it can, we've seen it. It can work, but I'm really surprised. They're doing it again. That's actually perfect. Someone just said, so now we know why Unique is a professor. And here we go. Countdown clock has begun. Are we going to see if those VK-72s work as well as they did last time on Middelburg? Let's see. Hey Jürgen! Jürgen just arrived in the chat. He's a clan mate and a dear friend of mine. To be fair, there's a lot of dear friends of mine in the chat, don't get me wrong. So now we have all the VK-72s heading towards the A and B area. Hapki going for a quick base C-cap, which is a smart thing to do to get that little bit of advantage. Daku does get spotted, but so does Santiago. Shots being fired at each other. Tracking shot, no damage done. And Dakudas is moving to a different position. Does take a hit there. And another one and another one. He might be in trouble here. Santiago might not actually be there to hurt him, but is definitely there to bait him. And look at Dakudas though. Oof. He's between a rock and a hard place. He literally cannot get out of there. Next reload he's going to be gone and there's nothing they can do about it. There, you know, we have now a Ficus arriving behind him. But we see multiple shots in multiple directions. And Dakudas is almost gone. Off! F. Kokot got absolutely wrecked there and has been taken out, same as Dakudas. The diversion was needed to keep Dakudas alive a bit longer, but it's cost him 2 guns now rather than just 1. The VK is being absolutely brutal here. Nuking poor F. Kokot. Postravleni is not looking too healthy. But they now have a 2-gun advantage. And for some reason, I Am Emperor is now in the same position that Dakudas was before. Adi. Postravleni has been taken out. Emperor is almost gone as well. But that's the first gun they've taken out. There goes Santiago. And now I've Gutsto arriving. Radicals gets taken out. Gutsto perfecting the flanking move. Addy moving away. The VK-72s are doing it again. Scorpion Drago might not survive this. But it's definitely... No, he does still get to survive it. This is Pink's game. Very convincingly. This is just mean. Way to success, taking out Addy with a fire. And now we just have Foshi. All alone. In the Steve. Who gets nuked by Scorpion Drago. Fantastic. Well, these are the kind of things though that in this case Santiago's move wasn't just to cap the base, it was bait. And it worked really, really well here. And then Pink just made brutal work of poor F. Kokot. Well played. So now for the second game on Mayan Runes. We see Pink now sporting less German steel than before. They're only taking potentially 4 VK-72s now. Together with an IS-4 and 2 Steves. And on Hapki's side, we see 3 60 GPs. We see an IS-4, a Steve, an LT, and potentially 1 E5. See, that's the thing though with the VKs and everything. If you have to face them head on, they're hard to pen and it takes time to aim, even with Primo and calibrated shells. So that makes them hard to deal with. So they're a good tank to take in that way. Because you have OP plays and OP tanks. And it's not that the tanks on themselves are OP. The thing is that in the hands of players like this, any tank can become OP. So the armor that they have is even more effective than it normally is, because of the fact that they are driven by players like this that know how to angle and everything. "14 seconds left to go before we see what's going to happen. Hapki now sporting 4 60Ps, leaving the E5 behind entirely. This is gonna be very interesting to watch. Let's see. Pink heading towards the middle area again. A and B probably. F Kokot going for base C. And all of Hapki sticking together now Going towards the middle. Leaving F-Cogot to get base C alone. B is uncontested, which I think is a good call. Dagudas has spotted Santiago though. Now with the 60 piece waiting. Steve not getting spotted for that. Way to success at the back there. Blind shot happening into that bush that nearly went in. So they know that there's people there. They know that there's got to be more guns there because they will have seen impact and everything. And Hapki actually has a pressure point here because they have the base. At the same time, they have less armor. So now if Rico. Way to success, losing a little bit of HP there. Rico as well. And now Radicals has to be careful. Is going into the middle. Dakuda's losing a lot of HP. Santiago. That was... I'm not sure why that happened. Big hit there. Into Santiago. But now we have Foshi arriving there as well. And he's just... Look at that. Look at the VKs just dishing out damage. That is an ammo rack to boot. Level 2 will be happy. Ammo rack happens. Santiago has been taken out. Base B is being kept. But it cost him 2 guns. 3 guns. That's another ammo rack. That was a lot more HP there. Just lost. Adi. Losing HP quickly as well. And there's not much you can do about it. Look at the Steves. They're just farming him from both sides. And there's, you can't angle in that many directions. He gets taken out. Emperor. Being focused on. Rico gets set on fire. Doesn't even care. Way to success. Looking at I'm Emperor. El Nopen. In trouble. He actually missed that shot. Nopen and Emperor are both gone. And now the last ones left alive are all the way on the other side. F. Kokot does manage to take that kill. But he's got 21 HP left to be exact, and he gets taken out by Way to Success there. Takes his head off, nearly gives it to Way to Success. It leans up against him. And I think that this match was won less by Pink than lost more by Hapki. Because in this case, they had the advantage. They had the base advantage. I do not understand why they more or less YOLO'd into base B to take out Santiago, knowing that the VKs were there. That cost them this game in the end. And it's not over yet. Anything can happen. But it is now 2-0 for Pink. Also, of course, have to admit, the Amorex didn't help either. Of course, that didn't help either. Especially the big HP was. That was like 1600 HP being lost in, like, instantly. They were already 2 guns behind then, though. And I don't think it would have really game changed it, but it definitely didn't help. So now we have 42 seconds left before we go to Hallis. Pink leaving the German steel behind. Taking 3 E5s, 2 Steves, nice 4 and a bad chat. Whereas Hapki is taking the German steel now. With 2 VK72s, 2 60GPs, 2 Steves and the E5. And yes, Way to Success is Oefpenjosh. But I try to stick with current nicknames because otherwise people are going to be confused about like who on earth am I talking about. And here we go. Into the 3rd game of this matchup. Hapki Jake taking German steel. Let's hope it works out as well for them as it did for pink. Of course, Oefpenjage in the light tank, that always is a big success. Well, usually it's the way to success. He's one of those players that I would definitely trust in lights and meds. So now we have Hapki going for base A. This might be brutal if he gets spotted there. He's not going into the base. He does get spotted for it. But he decides to not stay there. Rico has been spotted as well. Going up the ramp. El Nopen is the first one to take some damage here. They did manage to take the base though. And we have the 60Ps arriving at base B to take that as well. The Batchat heading towards base C to take it. Pink taking positions across the map. With the VK-72s waiting there. That is pretty much a trap. Dakidas gets spotted. We have Gutsto and Brain about to stumble upon the VKs. They get spotted. Turn the tank. And they're like, I don't really want to be here anymore. I Am Emperor does not get to take a shot there though. And now there's 3 tanks there. They're not really focus firing though, that's an issue. Postravleni is the preferred target for the VKs. Scorpion Drago is arriving. Unopen has lost a lot of HP. F Kokot is almost gone as well. They need to use that German armor. But they're not doing that. He does still land a shot with fire. And now if I'm Emperor, going to make short work of him if he can. Oh no! That's a low roll! They needed that. He's not going to survive another reload here. Brain is almost gone, but I'm Emperor is gone first. Rico not looking too healthy. Dakidas has been taken out. Postravleni is gone. Brain is holding. Addy going after Rico. Needs to take that kill shot. Needs to make sure it actually pens. And it does. 850 points. Brain is still alive. Foshi gets taken out. And now I have Addy moving in. I don't think they know. Oof, El Nopen gets taken out. Base B is being stolen. They need to take the kill shot. They need to take out Scorpion Drago. If they take all the bases, then it's all over for this game, that is. Addy misses that shot. Vital in this case. And now it's just Radikos. And look at the amount of one-shots on Pink's side. This is really Hapki not being able to take the kill shots. And it's not their fault. Low rolls are not their fault. He does take a kill there, but then he gets taken out. This is also Pink pulling back, keeping their one-shots alive, making them just like enticing little targets, but making it impossible for Hapki to actually shoot them and kill them. Very well played. Little bit of chaos at some point. 1.5 minutes left to go. Potential match point for Pink here. If they win the next game, then they have the point. And for the second game on Hallis, we see Pink now taking 3 60Ps, a Super Conqueror, an IS-4, an E5 and potentially a Sheridan. Whereas on Hapki's side, we see an LT, an IS-4, a Steve, an E5, a 215B, another E5 and another IS-4. Way to Success hasn't readied up yet. Maybe not entirely certain which light to take. But he's definitely very confident and comfortable in the shouting usually. "24 seconds left to go. He does need to ready up at some point. That would help. He doesn't have much time left. There we go. I always get nervous in these kind of situations, even though it's not up to me. It's not my responsibility at all. Just the whole idea of someone potentially missing readying up at these kind of stages. And let's see. I always, whenever it shows me the garage after that, I always get this like, oh my god, I did ready up, didn't I? And I know that I did. Just stressful. So let's see. If Pink wins this game, then they have the point. Hapki has to win 4 in a row to make that happen. But last game was close though. The German steal did nearly work. But that low roll, that was part of what made all the difference here. Pink heading towards the base C area where Josh is spotting people going over. Does not get hit for it. And then pulls back. Base B is being kept by F. Kokot. He does take a hit getting out of there. But nothing too badly. Hapki, having capped base B, is now hightailing it out of there. Santiago capping base A to not give them too much of a point advantage there. Well, disadvantage in case of Pink here. And Hapki is now... oh my god, Addy losing a whole lot of HP just crossing over there. And Hapki is pushing, but not quite. And they're getting tracked, and they're getting shot. And they're getting farmed. This seems to be miscommunication. This was a let's push, oh no, let's not. And now they're taking different positions. They're shooting Prostravleni, who's now pulling back. I am Emperor losing HP as he crosses as well. And there, oof, look, Foshi almost getting tracked. It's almost gone. Manages to arrive there, is not going to survive another reload because they are going to kill him unless he gets very lucky, but he doesn't even get another shot in. Radicals now the preferred target. And they're actually making it difficult for each other to shoot each other. I am Emperor is almost gone. Dakada's still very healthy. Brain gets killed there, but I am Emperor is gone first. Radicals gets shot from multiple sides now. Pink is arriving. Radicals almost gone. Gutsto. Addy has been taken out. Gutsto is the next one. It is 4v4, but HP wise, F. Kokot kind of has to hightail it out of there. Hope to survive. Does take a big hit here. And they kind of have to take the kill. And they have to survive. Oh, he survives that one. And now we have Postravleni turning around to deal with him. And if he shoots that, and he does get the kill, that kind of makes it all over. Radikos can't really do much of anything here. Dakadas is about to be set upon. They need to take that kill. And now we have Pozdravleni got taken out, but they have 3 bases. It is 3 versus 2. But 2 of them are one-shots and they can't really do anything. And there you go, El Nopen gets taken out. And that makes it Pink's matchup. Pink gets the point here. I think the miscommunication with that push made all the difference here. Pink just brutally punished them for it. The crossfire, just wow, they lost so much HP crossing up over there. And it was relatively close, but at the same time there was just too much HP left at the end. And that made it kind of like no chance in the end. Very well done by Pink. Beautiful gameplay here. Beautiful focus fire as well. And just also like pulling your tanks back in those little positions where it makes it hard for them to be reached. Well done. So let's see. There are still matches going, of course. This seems to be the first one that is over. Yeah, the rest will still be going. I'm not going to wait for all the matches to be over. I will do that on the very last stage just to make sure that we know who's in the top and who we will see in the final stages. But for now, this is it for me. Thank you, Hapki, and of course Pink, and oh my god, my brain. I can't brain, honestly. Zenith, of course. Sorry, Zenith played beautifully as well. Pink is just so incredibly strong here. But thank you, Pink and Hapki and Zenith, for the beautiful games that we saw tonight. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Yusuf and Level 2, and of course a special thanks to Professor for minding the chat for me. That's it for me for now though. I wish you all a very good evening. I will be back tomorrow with the next round robins. Not sure who I'll be streaming then, but I hope to see you then. Have a good night all. Bye bye.